So welcome to Ray's homegrown veg garden. So this plot today has been taken over, my old plot. So we wish the new plot allotment holders best wishes. And it's pretty much ready to go. So we wish them all the best. So let's get on and show you my tour of May. My apple tree seems to be doing quite well. Getting some little apples on them now. Don't know if you can see that. A few there. A few in there. It's all coming good. Well, this is my onions. I've kind of forgotten about these, but this is in my old plot. But if the people want them, they can have them. We're not doing too bad. So I'm sad to give this one up. And we wish everyone best of luck taking that one on. So this was originally a fruit garden. And I'm slowly turning it into my flower garden on the end of my raspberries. So I put in a bit of colour. I've got some lupins. They're coming out nicely. That hasn't been in there very long. And these ones, some more lupins. The young daffodils are still there. The big bushes there are out the skip. So I've recovered. And some B&Q cheap petunias. Take it to a bit of deheading. Yeah, very good. Rosemary. Some flowers. And the rhubarb. The raspberries are taking over. They're taking over. These lavenders, they're really coming out bushy now. This is my Brassica bed. Got this in Enviromesh for £2 at B&Q. Was reduced. I'm not going to take these covers off because it's a windy day. But the first row is unknown. The second and third row are cauliflowers, and then some cabbages on the end. They're looking pretty good. If you can see them through there. And on the end of my brassicas is my runner beans, and these have recovered. These went all frosty when we had some cold weather, and I actually chopped off all the old leaves, and now they've all come good again. So now they're growing. I know it needs a bit of a weed. I've been away for the last week and the weeds have grown. Don't stop growing. This again is my alderman peas, and hopefully this should go up to 6 feet tall. So we've got a big old cage that they can climb up on. So what else have we got? This is just some odd bits and spaces, some odd flowers. I just picked these up cheap. These were £1. It's 50p. Those were £1. The black currant blackberry was £1, petunias were 50p. I've got some more bits today, 50p each from Home Base. Some purple sprouting broccoli, beetroot, leeks, dwarf beans and 2 lots of strawberry, all 50p each. On Home Base I got 4 for 3 offer, so they came down at £2.50, bargain. And that's just some marigolds for £1. And this is the sweet peas. I haven't done anything with them, should have done really, they're getting a bit out of hand. Maybe put them in the ground or something. As I always like a bargain, I found these onions 50p at Rhubarb Garden Centre. Had a bit of spare space, so I've stuck them in the ground. And this is within 2 weeks, they've sprouted quite well. So the blackberries are doing quite well on the side. I really need to get them down to the fruit side. And I got 2 gooseberries. They also need to go down to the fruit section. Let's have a look in the random tomato tunnel. I've not even looked in here for the last week, so let's have a look. So here we are in the random tomato tunnel. These are all the ones that come out of the skip. They really need tied in, and it does need a bit of a weed, but as I say, I've not been here for over a week. And the nettles are visiting. And on the side, I need to spend a few minutes, especially this sucker here. Whoa. That's my next task. Let's get through these. So while we're outside, we'll have a look in the cold frame. This is more random tomatoes that came out of the skip. They've gone really mad, but sadly running out of space. So unless anybody wants these, not sure what they're going to do. And then on to my Rhubarb Patch. Okay, does need a weed. As I mentioned, I've been away. And the asparagus has gone crazy. Everything needs a good old weed. And then this one is my strawberries. They're not doing too bad. The next bed along is my Hughes nursery, bedroom 1 bed, and I've had to put netting around the outside because we've got pigeons and they just love eating everything. So I'll put a link above for a description of how we got on with the nursery, the Hughes nursery, bedroom 1 bed book. And I would also like to give a shout out to Kimmy's Kitchen Garden, who's also following Hugh Richards' bedroom 1 bed book. I'll also put another card up for her video, and then you can compare the two. It's been fun. If anybody else is doing the Hugh Richards bedroom 1 bed, it'd be interesting to watch and get in touch. Leave a comment below. Thank you very much. Let's go on to the next bed. So the next bed along, these 8 are Evesham cauliflowers, and then the other 4 on the other end is something I really don't know what it is, but I've put a new hooped fence over it, and obviously the wind's blown it open. And these, next one along, this is just pure manure that's in this bed. I've no crops allocated for it, and all these tomatoes that are inside have grown randomly in the soil in the polytunnel. So I've given them a home. They do need a water, but they're not doing too bad. And in the way back, there's a courgette. I thought that had died. I stuck in 2 courgettes, one either side. The other one is just hanging on slowly, but it's still there. The next bed along is my biggest surprise, is the onions. These are the cheap pound saver onions that Erica Little Welsh Garden also bought, and I was comparing between the two. And when I planted these were like crispy as hell and literally really didn't look good at all, but they've really come on good now. We've got silver ones and then the red ones, and they're not doing bad at all. Really not doing bad at all. Excuse me if there's wind, a bit of a windy day up here. So the next bed along is my squash bed. This is not going on too well, but I put 2 pumpkins here on either side, and a couple of patty pan squashes which I thought I originally killed from the cold, but it is still there, and I put these down here today, but I just can't decide on where they're going to go. It's a random bed this, don't like it at all. I certainly need to work on it. And then this is my fruit bed, so we've got some currants here, raspberries, and some bees, which is really nice to see. And we've got a rather well grown rose bush here, with a rose coming out here. Look. Lovely, another one there. Lovely, that would be really nice when it comes out. Let's have a look in the raspberries cage. This is the ones I put down, and then this is the rest. Whoa. Can you ever grow? The 2 in the middle that I bought at half price that time. One mistake I've learned is not to leave my gutter peas outside, as the pigeons have been eating them and just flew away when I walked in. So this is my carrots in a basket. So I've got all 4 versions together here. We're doing quite well. And next to these, I have my carrots in a bin. Excuse the shadows. It's the first time I've grown carrots. See, there's a weed in there. Not thinned these out yet. Don't like thinning them out. It's the first time I've grown them, so it seems a bit defeatist, but we'll have a go later. So this is my alderman peas. I've got a few now. Some of these were done in seed trays and some were done in the gutter. I've just saved the ones from the pigeons and stuck them in the ground today, and everything has to be covered with netting because the pigeons will have them otherwise. So this is my potatoes, the King Edwards, 2 rows, Charlotte, 2 rows, can't remember the next 2 rows, our Red Duke of York, and then Owen Pilot. The netting's just left there as it was no longer needed. And over here is the ones in the buckets. They're coming up quite good. Alongside the ones in the ground. Why not just top the ends with a few flowers? Good morning. It's the Friday 31st of May and 4:45 AM, and just listen to the birds. Nice. Let's continue with the tour. So a job I mentioned yesterday was to sort these tomatoes out. So I've now staked them up, cleared away a lot of the leaves at the bottom, given them a water. And as these are such random plants, it's interesting to see the different styles, different shapes. And I was hoping to have some little bush, maybe pieces of tomatoes, the cherry ones. The old nettles have gone now. And then these are the others. I've cleared the bad boy suckers on that one. All good. So I think it's late enough to have a look in the tunnel now. It's just after 5 o'clock. So I'll show you around the tunnel. So starting off in the tunnel here, I've got a couple of old trays. I can't seem to germinate much in this polytunnel. Nothing seems to work, so maybe it's too hot for germinating, I'm not sure. Just looking at the top of the tunnel, slugs going over the top. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, on my table here, I've got 3 random tomatoes that I've just potted up, and in the back is my cow. That's to go into the bedroom 1 bed. And next along is the purple sprouting broccoli, along with some more at the back there. These are some random tomatoes that are pretty much neglected, and at the back is my squash that came up the skip. I don't know what they are. Next trays along, I've got some marigolds. Not many germinated out of all those trays. And next one along, this is the Loofah from Erica's Little Welsh Garden. Not had much success with these. This is about the 5th one I've had of these, and that one's obviously passed by. This was the beetroot I bought yesterday for 50p. It's already gone up. The leeks, the strawberries and the runners. These tomatoes are waiting to go to my neighbour, he hasn't collected them yet. And then just some random tomatoes that are just waiting for the next move. So just over 2 weeks ago I planted these. These are cauliflowers all year round and they've gone absolutely mad. They've just taken off in 2 weeks in this tunnel. I'll show you the ones that I planted outside on the same day. These are the cauliflowers that was planted out the same day, not half as big. Not as windy now. You can see what's in there a bit more. Need to really read this, it's one of my jobs. So next in line, here's my chilies. These all came from B&Q and was £1. So I potted them up once and now they're in the ground. Never done chilies before, so this is all good. And then lastly along here is peppers. These are really taking slow to do anything, but they're getting there. And I've got a random plant in the tray at the end, but I don't know what it is. And then my grapes. But we should go around that side in a minute. So while I was away last week, I laid out 12 watering cans for my plot holders to help me water. But unfortunately the strawberries took a bit of a turn, especially this one. He might come back, there's a bit of green left in there. I have taken 2 of the old strawberry plants and put them in a big planter, and I brought some more planters with me. So and I've also brought these from home that I intend to put in there. One big problem is how high that planter is. Didn't exactly think of that too well. And then these are the tumbling toms. This is the tumbling tom in a basket. And across this side, more slugs over the top. And this is the tumbling tom tomato tumbler. Not done much tumbling yet, but there's quite a few flowers on there. Looking good. So this is my tomatoes in pots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are Alicante, all started from seed. Some of the leaves are curling up a bit. I think that's okay. There's none touching the soil. And I've been tying them up the bamboo canes. And I've also put some marigolds along the edge. And I think I brought the wrong ones up. I think I brought tall marigolds up, not the dwarf ones. But they're growing, but they're getting a bit tall. But look at these. This is what I'm really chuffed with. Never ever grown tomatoes before. So I'm well made up. And in the middle, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Gardener's Delight. Looking a bit messy. I've ordered these clips to go on these vines, but they're due to arrive today, Friday 31st. So as soon as I get those, I can tie these to the vines. I have kind of twisted 2 of them around the cord. I'm afraid of strangling them, so I haven't done too many. I'm awaiting the clips and the marigolds at the end. And right on the end of my line of tomatoes here is the sun gold. This is doing quite well, it's growing quite well. It doesn't seem to produce suckers like the Gardener's Delight does and the Alicante does. So that's a whole different growing process. Just see it starting to rain now. This is my parsnip bed. When my plot holders watered it, I think they used the hose pipe and it might have gone a bit mad. But there's things growing, and I assume that they're parsnips. I'm not 100% sure because this is another first, but they are actually growing in the soil. So we shall wait and see. I think that one might be a weed, but I shall leave it be. The two tomatoes on the end here are random ones, and I've not actually done anything with, and they are going a bit mad. So you can actually see how mad they're going. Not sure whether that was a good plan or not. But anyway, on the end I got my cucumbers. I spent nearly 2 hours trying to decide what to do with my cucumbers, and in the end I've decided that these two are going up canes. These two are going to go up the trellis along the doors, and this one is growing really good now. These have got lots of flowers on. I did take away some flowers, but they are growing a lot more flowers. I did take away some to try and get it to grow higher. These two are two types. I think these are the telepath ones, and the rest were Alicante. You can notice a difference in the two types. And making use of what was on the plot, I had half an arch. So I put half an arch attached to my frame, and I put the two cucumbers to go up either side of the arch. So that'll be interesting. And then lastly in the tunnel is the two grapes. I still haven't decided where to go. It's just being pushed around. So back outside, the sun is starting to try and creep through the clouds, but there's a bit of rain in the air. I just wanted to show this area here. This is my daughter's play area, and then I've covered over this area here, which is intending for my fruit garden, but at the moment it's just a battle to keep the weeds down. That's my second shed, and the mint in the middle, which has gone extremely mad. I wanted to try and move this, but I think it's just probably gone into the soil, into the ground. Not much chance of moving this. And then the bits that you don't normally want to see is all the junk at the back of the tunnel. Oh, and one thing I wanted to show you, going along the edge of the tunnel here. This is my potato in a bucket of turd. I'm not sure I can actually see a tomato, a potato, unless that is a potato. I never noticed that yesterday. It might be just a weed. So that challenge might have been a bit of a flop. I shall keep it going. One thing I just noticed walking down the plots was this. I'm really interested in this and I want to try and grow some. This is on a neighbouring plot, so I'll come and show you. Look at these. So this is it, this is my plot, 31st of May 2019. And although a bit scruffy in places, I feel it's scruffy. There's lots going on, and always, as always, very little time to do anything. Hence why I'm here at 5 in the morning, getting a little bit done. Wish you all a good morning. So if you enjoy my journey, please subscribe, click the bell and like, and we can see what next month's tour brings. Thank you very much. What's better than sat in the rain in the morning listening to the birds? Have a good day. Bye bye.